Hey, it's Tim. Welcome to Winning Wednesday, the sales email slash video essay thing that I do when I've got something to say. So, if you are in a service business, there's an awful lot of kind of lock in your thinking around your pricing. When so many people want to build their business and they're having more sales conversations, they get stuck on what their offer is. So they've got their compelling offer, their offer that converts. And then they get a situation where, I don't know, it may not fit exactly right, or perhaps it could be that, the customer, their prospect is a little bit outside of your ideal client, but you still know that you can help them. It's the right thing to do. So, but people get stuck. They're like, oh, my offer is $37.50 a month, and we do these five things. Well, I want you to sort of think about that just a little bit, because that 37.50 a month that you put together and you do those five things, that was for a particular kind of client. So what I want you to think about is how to use that 37.50 and those five things as sort of your ideal, your platonic ideal, exactly what your offer should look like. And then situationally, within reason, you adapt the deal so that it's a win-win. For instance, let's imagine you've got the 37.50 as your monthly offer. That's awesome. It works for so many people, but you run into a prospect where they're like, oh, I only have $2,900 in budget. What are we going to do? Now, there's a couple of options for you. So instead of those five things that are in your 37.50 offer, you can pull one out and do four things, right? That would help sort of shrink it, right? Because I don't really want you, I want you discounting, right? What I want you to do is sort of right sizing. And so that creates a win-win scenario because the client is getting most of what they want, and you are getting an adjusted version of your desired package that probably maintains your margins and sometimes even increases them. Okay. So you've pulled something out, reduced your price, and that's a fair trade. So that's a win-win. Now let's go back to that same situation. I want 37.50. They've got 2,900. And you can say, awesome. You know what? We can do 2,900 plus a percentage of revenue increases or some kind of commission or whatever, or a bonus. But so you can actually create the scenario where you are able to get even more, frankly, of your fair share of that, right? Because you are lowering the price. Actually, you're not lowering the price, you're actually lowering the obligation, but adding in a variable component that will actually help you, that might actually make you more money. But that's a win-win for the client because they've lowered their risk on the downside, because if they gave you 2,900 or they gave you 37.50 and you didn't do anything with it, they'd be out 37.50. This way they've lowered their risk by only paying you 2,900, but you've potentially increased the upside. So suddenly you've created another win-win. Now, here's another way to create a win-win. So same thing, 37.50, awesome, cool, great offer, five things included. Someone says, you know what, but I've only got 2,900. You can come back to them and say, great, here's what we can do. So for $2,900, because I think this is a really good fit and I believe that we can really help you, what I want to do is do this for $2,900 with this simple ask on top, that you provide 3 quality referrals to us over the next 6 months. And so if you are good at what you do and you get a referral that's high quality because the customer is pleased, you're going to close at least one of those. So then for that $750, sorry, that $850 discount you gave, 37.50 to 2,900, suddenly you've actually landed a customer at full price. So you see, so there's ways to create win-win. So there's number one, you can pull something out of your offer to match what they can afford. Number two is you can adjust the obligation so that it feels less risky for them, but potentially give you more upside. And number three, you can actually give them the full package at a lower price in exchange for a designated number of referrals over a set time frame. And those are three really simple ways to create win-wins. Try that during your next sales process if it doesn't fit exactly. And that way, maybe if that sales call happens on a Wednesday, you can have a winning Wednesday. Take care.